may bring him to you, but his heart is beyond your ability. So we may be in that predicament if we don't respond to the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. طيب, there are many aspects of the deen that have been neglected by the Muslims on the premises that the religion is easy. And the first of those is music. Music, huh? What about music, ya shabab? Halal or haram? Everybody agrees? Alhamdulillah. Music, we have a hadith, ya akhi, in Bukhari, in Sahih Bukhari, clear like the sun, where the Prophet ﷺ said, لَيَكُونَنَّ مِنْ أُمَّتِي أَقْوَامٌ يَسْتَحِلُّونَ الْحِرَّ وَالْحَرِيرَ وَالْخَمْرَ وَالْمَعَازِفِ. They shall be a group of my people who will seek to make permissible, or will treat as permissible, the following. Al-hir, which means fornication. Wal-harir, silk for men. No wearing of silk for men. The sisters are okay with that. Wal-khamr, alcohol, intoxicants, all of them, beer, wine, and not just a particular one as wine, as some people will try to claim, or beer is not wine. Whatever will get you intoxicated, habibi, this is all forbidden. And lastly, al-ma'azif, musical instruments. In Bukhari, and the hadith continues, the Prophet ﷺ said, these people will be living on the side of a mountain, and some man will come and ask him for something. They will say to him, come to us tomorrow. Come to us tomorrow. During the night, before the man comes, Allah will cause the earth to swallow some of them, and others will be turned into monkeys and swine. And they will remain like that until the day of judgment. Because of what? Music. Don't belittle the affair. It is, you say this is an extremist, right? Because you hear music in the masjid now. You cannot even pray without hearing some Christmas song coming out from some brother's phone who doesn't fear Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. I'm not criticizing those of us who forget to turn off the phone. We all forget to turn off the phone. You see? But if the tone, the ringtone was some typical desk phone, you know, you turn it off, case closed. But when you hear some song, you know, about a'udhu billah, something maybe you've known from your jahiliyyah or some other things of this nature, then how are you going to be able to pray? How are you going to be able to pray? Or some now you have Quran or Nasheed or something of this nature. That's a whole other discussion. I'm not going to elaborate on that now. But anyways, the music is a whole lecture. But time doesn't allow to elaborate. But brothers in Islam and sisters in Islam, it is not okay for you to listen to music under any circumstances. Not because it comes on TV. Wallah, I'm watching TV and I have no choice. They force me to listen to music. You don't have to watch TV. If it's going to entail you listening to haram. Because as soon as the haram goes in your ear, it's going to put layers over your heart. And when you have so many layers, you will no longer understand. And then you will become so attached to this music that at the times of difficulty, the only thing that will give you relief is the very old song that you used to know and not Allah. You will not depend on Allah, you will not go to the Quran, you want to hear the old sad song that you used to hear back in your jahiliyyah. That's the kind of effect it has on us. So when a person can no longer bear the Quran because the music sounds better. And it is from the shaitan. People do it, that's a whole other discussion. Everybody's doing it. All of the Muslims in the world, all the Muslims in the world does not mean anything in the sight of Allah. وَإِن تُطِعْ أَكْثَرَ مَنْ فِي الْأَرْضِ يُضِلُّكَ عَنْ سَبِيلِ اللَّهِ. Allah told us in the Quran, if you obey the majority of people upon earth, they will mislead you from the path of Allah. Islam began as strange, and it will go back to being strange. So give glad tidings to the strangers, those who will rectify what the people corrupt. You will only be of this nature if you leave that alone. Both on your cell phone, on television, on the radio stations, wherever it may come. You and music will not be on the same page because the religion is easy. It is easy, but not for you to disobey Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And there are many other narrations. There's ayah in Surah Al-Luqman, per the tafsir of all of the Sahaba and the Tabi'een, Ikrimah, Mujahid, Ibn Abbas, Ibn Mas'ud, that the ayah in Surah Al-Luqman is dealing with singing and music. The third ayah of Surah Al-Luqman, again the time does not allow. So the idea is concluded. Alhamdulillah, I got the answer from the brothers. I guess everybody here understands. But then we must share this with the people that we know. And when you do see a brother in the masjid having a ringtone that has music, don't be afraid to advise him. Many of our brothers don't know how to deal with the features of the phone. You see, he doesn't want it either. I've met these brothers, but they don't know how to change it. So when you tell them, I know how to use a phone, alhamdulillah, most of you do, let me change it for you, wallah, he'll be happy. Some people say, please, by all means, change it for me. I don't know how to change it. But if we don't enjoin the good and forbid the evil, people will think it's okay. So you must take a stand. You see something wrong, say it in a nice way. You don't go beat the brother with his shoe and say, let me change your cell phone ringtone. You say, Akhi barakallah fiik. This is a hasan Allah. We came to pray here. I know you didn't mean this. You probably forgot to turn off your phone. But this is not acceptable in Islam. If you don't know how to change your phone, I will change the ringtone for you. You use this approach and you will get some benefit, inshallah. But we must do that. So if we know the ruling, many Muslims do not know the ruling. That's as far as music is concerned. Secondly, a picture. What about pictures, ya shabab? Well, this one is a little difficult because we have to go into some details. What do you mean by pictures? Or images, let's say images. Because we have the photographic image or picture through the camera, then you have the video camera, then you have a statue, and then you have a drawing with the hand. Now, some scholars do make a distinction between all of those, and some of them do not. To them, they're all the same because they all fall under the word taswir. But regardless, let us just say some of the narrations dealing with that. The Prophet ﷺ said, "Man sawwara suratan, فإن الله معذبه حتى ينفخ فيها الروح وليس هو بنافخ فيها أبدا." The Messenger of Allah ﷺ said, whoever makes an image, then he will be punished accordingly until he blows his soul into that image. And he will never be able to do so. This hadith is in Bukhari and Muslim from the hadith of Ibn Abbas radiyallahu anhu wa arda. So making images is something that is Islamically prohibited. Now let us leave alone the camera. Let us deal with drawing, because I'm sure none of you carves any sculptures over here. That's a given already that this is a no-no. There's no difference of opinion that this is prohibited. That you don't carve any sculptures, you don't make any statues or idols of this nature. There's no way, there's no concession there. Then we go to the drawing. Can you draw? No. Because it is known from the narrations of the Prophet ﷺ that Aisha had some curtains on the wall and they had a drawing on it, and the Prophet ﷺ came into the house, his face became red, he became upset, and he did not enter the house until that curtain was put down. And that was a drawing. So now we want our children to be talented, but he does not have to draw for you animals and monkeys and human beings and everything that has a soul. Malish. And you have to take a strong stand with the school that you're not obliged to do this. It's not going to take him to Jannah if he knew how to draw something nicely back when he was in kindergarten. You see what I'm saying? It's not something that is necessary in his life. Now Ibn Abbas, when he said this to one of the brothers during his time, he became concerned, his face became yellow. That his job was to draw. His job was to draw. So he said, what's the situation? He thought he's going to Jannah. He said, listen man, draw anything, trees, sun, moon, anything that doesn't have a soul. So that means human beings and animals are excluded from that. Then you may draw anything else. Draw a nice house, draw a chimney, draw a car, draw a tree. He or she, the children, may draw whatever they want. But nothing beyond that. Nothing beyond that. That's one ruling. Now, regarding the camera, let me just give you the opinion of the scholars who say that is also included in the prohibition. They use analogy to refute those who say that it's not the same ruling. Those who say it's not the same, they say, listen, when you draw, you're exerting some effort, right? And the whole illah, the illah of mudahat khalq Allah azza wa jal, you're trying to imitate the quality of creation, taswir, which is that of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Allah is the musawwir, the one who forms the creation.